Hello, everyone, and welcome to Armstrong in the Loop podcast. I'm your host, Seth Prentice. Today, we are joined by Jim Boltz, president of the Pittsburgh North Regional Chamber, and Annie Cairns, director of marketing and events for the Chamber. Jim and Annie, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
It's a great pleasure. I've worked with both of you now for Jim for almost 2 full years now, and Annie, welcome, as you were recently hired this past summer, correct?
Yeah, correct.
So it's awesome to have you aboard, and we want to get into everything you have coming up with the Chamber. But first, Jim, tell us more about the Pittsburgh North Regional Chamber and the areas your businesses are mainly located.
Be happy to. Our chamber footprint extends from the McKnight Road corridor up through Cranberry, up into Zelienople, over to the Route 8 line, over to the Beaver County line. So we have a rather large footprint. We have about 1,000 members. We are one of the largest chambers in the area. And we have mostly small businesses, but we have a big variety of different businesses in our footprint.
You really do, and I give you credit because you actually try to find ways to incorporate not only the normal businesses, the large businesses, but also the small businesses. You know, from ribbon cuttings, after hours, you name it. How do you stay so successful with having all these different events for all these different sizes of businesses?
You know, I think the big thing is just really looking at what the business needs are of our members and really trying to accommodate those. And we know some people are strong in the networking part. Some people would like a better digital presence. So we really try to hit all facets and make it good for whatever the needs of our members are.
One of your best events I think I've seen any chamber put on was actually your small business ribbon cutting, where businesses were here in the chamber and you actually went around the room and did an at-home business, right. I should say. That was one of the best events I've ever seen done.
We've, annually we probably do between 40 and 50 ribbon cuttings.
Wow.
And in that case, we thought it was a disadvantage for the poor sole proprietors who might be working out of their home. They never get the opportunity to participate in a ribbon cutting. So we thought, well, what can we do for those? And that's how that was born, and it really was a big success. And we do it annually now. We've done it 2 years in a row now, and we'll do it again in January this year.
That's awesome. And I know that you were talking about being innovative in technology, and the Chamber has recently received a new touchscreen board to have meetings, and you can host meetings here. But not only that, tell us about some of your other tactics that you use to stay in the forefront of technology and innovation.
Well, one thing, we really try to stay hooked into what's happening in the chamber world all across the country. And we really look at every single day posts from other chambers and what they do and how they're engaging their members. And then what we try to do is look at what will fit in our chamber and then mimic those events. And it's been quite successful. We have a very fluid calendar. We change things up quite a bit. If it's something that maybe is the interest is dropping on it, we might change that event to something else that we see that's more trendy and more in tune with what our members want.
Well, you lead into the conversation I'd like to have, and that's your upcoming events. And I know you have 2 big marquee events coming up. And Jim, I know that you are very excited to talk about Innovation Pittsburgh. Yeah. Tell us more about Innovation.
Innovation Pittsburgh is a speaker series that we put together a couple years ago. We have 2 to 3 of those a year, and we bring in local business leaders to talk about the region's issues and their effect on businesses, or the effect of that issue on businesses. The one that we have coming up is on September 12th. It is about transportation. If you look at transportation, it is probably one of the biggest challenges we have for our areas. We have a lot of jobs in the area. You know, every day, Seth, if you look at Cranberry, and we'll take them for instance, 50% of the people who live in Cranberry work somewhere else and leave Cranberry. Almost all the people who work in Cranberry come in from somewhere else. So you have that population flip every single day.
Wow.
And the businesses in the Cranberry area have a hard time getting their employees to work. So it's something that we really have to work on in the area. We've heard a lot about it from our members, and that's really what how we got onto the topic of transportation.
And I know recently Cranberry Township put out some statistics that Cranberry Township in the next 10 to 15 years could be up to 50,000 residents on top of all that traffic coming in.
Right.
How is that transportation system going to support those efforts that they're going to need to get people in and out of not only Cranberry but Wexford? You mentioned Route 8,
Yes.
Zelian-Opal, up 19, up 79 even.
This quarter is basically similar in that they share that problem. And that's what you're going to find out on September 12th.
All right then. Now, do you have some key speakers lined up?
We do. And let me start by saying this is not just to hear the speakers talk. It really is going to be a town hall forum. So because we want to hear the problems that people are encountering every day from the audience. So we're going to open it up to hear that and ask the speakers to address those issues and what they have planned to try to remedy that. We have Rich Fitzgerald. He is the Allegheny County Executive. He'll lead us off. We have Catherine Kellerman. She is the CEO and President of Port Authority of Allegheny County. We have Al Beeler. He is the Executive Director for Transportation for the Transportation Center, for Hines School at CMU. And he's going to talk about enhancing your workforce with a public-private transit plan. So bringing public and private entities together to solve the problem. We have Lynn Mannion. She is the Executive Director of the Airport Corridor Transportation Association. She has actually already started to put something in place for a public-private venture in the airport area corridor. And then we have Amber Davis. She is the Senior Director of Operations Service Delivery for the Alliance for Nonprofits Resources. She is addressing the problem in Butler County and what's happening there. So those are our 5 speakers.
Man, you have a list of all-stars to come out and speak at this. And where should I say, will it be held?
It's at the Doubletree by Hilton in Cranberry. And it again is September 12th. It's 5 to 7:30. So the first 45 minutes will just be open networking so people can actually talk to our speakers and really get some one-on-one opportunities with them. Then we go into the speakers, and at the end will be the town hall meeting.
Perfect. And for anyone interested in signing up, I'm going to take a guess and say on your chamber website?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. And I'll share all of the information for your chamber website and ticketing on our podcast information for those wondering where to go for the links. Now, that's one key event. Annie, we're going to bring you in here and talk about my personal favorite event every year, Taste of Cranberry.
Yeah, this is a lot of people's personal favorites and mine as well, since we have all these good restaurants participating. But this year's Taste of Cranberry is slated for Monday, September 23rd from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Cranberry Marriott right off 228. It really is going to be a great family fun community event. We'll have between 20 to 25 different restaurants from around the area who bring samples of their favorite dishes for the attendees, which I can see why that is your favorite event. We have a kids zone where there are craft tables, face painting, mascot characters, entertainment performances, music, magician. It is really going to be a great time. If you are a restaurant that's interested in showcasing your menu, it really is a great exposure opportunity to participate in this event as it reaches to about 500 community members. There are still spots open to businesses who want to have a promotional booth at the event, so you can contact us here over at the Chamber so we can get you all set up if you're interested in participating at the event. Early bird tickets are still on sale until the end of the month, so if you already know that you're going, it's going to be obviously beneficial for you to take advantage of the early bird ticket sale to come out and enjoy this event. Just head over to the website to grab your tickets.
That's awesome. And how much are tickets?
So early bird tickets for adults right now are $15. Like I said, that's going on until the end of the month. Otherwise, the price is a regular of $18 for adults. Seniors 65 and up, their ticket price would be $15. Children ages 5 to 12, $5 tickets, and children that are 4 and under are free. You can also get a family pass, which includes 2 adults and 2 children, for $40. So you could save a little bit of money there if you do the family pass. And then the promotional table, if you are a business that wants to showcase your business and hand out your promotional marketing materials, you can purchase a table for $250.
Perfect. And I know that this event sells out. I've seen this place packed. Just when you expect that the crowd's going to die down, this next wave of people is lining up at the door. It's just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it is a really great event. So if you are interested in purchasing a ticket, I would do it sooner than later.
Perfect. And I know that with this event, you have some great sponsors, and anyone else looking to sponsor still can do so. Make sure to contact the Chamber for that. Any other events coming up for 2019 that the two of you would like to share?
We're working on a health and wellness fair that is going to be either the end of October or the beginning of November. So we're putting that together right now.
We also have what we like to call a meet and move. We have one for October, which the date is sort of tentative there, but we also have another one for November. And you can always be up to date with all of our events through our website. If you follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, we're constantly trying to keep up with the social media pages in terms of, promoting the events. So if you are curious about any of the events that are upcoming, and whether that be business after hours or any of our bigger events, then those are also great outlets to look at. But the meet and moves are basically like speed dating, but for businesses. So it is a really great opportunity to network with other people. So we'll have more information on those events as well on our website.
And I just got done talking to one of your newest members that she needs to come out to do one of the meet and moves. So that's a quick way to meet 30 people in an instant.
Right. It's probably one of our best loved events by our members, because it's a lot of fun. You meet a lot of people. You have a lot of content.
You really do, and I actually go into my drawer all the time to look for those business cards that you get. Hey, I know someone that does that. Where is that business card? Pull it out.
Yep.
Anything else that the two of you would like to share with us today?
I mean, if you're not already a member of the Chamber, I really do, from a personal standpoint, think that it's an amazing opportunity if you own your own business, or if you work for another business and you're just looking to network. I mean, there are plenty of opportunities as far as the connections meetings that we have multiple times a week, which gives you the opportunity to actually stand up in front of other people and do a 30-second commercial about yourself and the business, just to do a little promotion. Or if you're somebody that can't make things during the day, you can always hit up business after hours, which is obviously after hours of businesses. And that really happens at, different places around the community. So restaurants, you can enjoy in the happy hours. So if that is more up your alley. So I just think, if you're not already a member, this is just a great place to be if you're looking to network in the area, for sure.
The connections meetings, and starting in the fall, we'll have 5 every week. They're free to our members. They're in, we have a big footprint, so we have one just basically in every section of our footprint. Some are in the morning, some are in the afternoon. It takes about an hour and a half, but it really gets you in front of a lot of business leaders very, very quickly. So those are great events. We also have educational offerings. We have lunchbox sessions where we bring in members who are experts in a particular area. We actually do surveys of our members to find out what topics that they want to hear more about, and then we bring in these experts to talk about those topics. So we have a lot of free things too. The after hours that Annie had mentioned, we have from here on out 2 a month. So we do have a lot of business after hours too going on. We have a very, very active calendar between now and the end of the year.
No, you really do. And behind you is your calendar, and it scares me as much as my upcoming calendar. And I'll actually, Jim, I'll give both you and Annie credit here. This podcast would not be possible without the help of your social media event that you just had at the beginning of August, as we were able to get information to host our own podcast and be here with you today to help spread your news and information out there. So we can't thank you enough for allowing us that opportunity. And I know a lot of businesses get some great information out of one of your many educational offerings that you have.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I want to thank you both for being here today. It was a pleasure, and we wish you great success with Innovation Pittsburgh, Tasted Cranberry, and the rest of your upcoming events for 2019.
Thank you.
Thanks, Seth. Thanks for having us.
For Armstrong in the Loop podcast, I'm Seth Prentice, keeping you in the loop.